Alright, 1st of December at a little while. Can you see the cloud in the lake? So this is one of our favorite spots on the land, which is the heart of the land, our little lake that we have. So today we're just going to do a quick walk around the whole lake. This will be one of the rewilding zones, and also hopefully in future a place where people can relax and enjoy lah. Maybe do some fishing, some paddle boarding, boating, and we'll plant some, hopefully a lot of native trees and beautiful trees here around the lake. The idea is to plant from the top of the hill down, because the lake is in quite a high spot, so that we can start to clean up the water that's coming into the lake, slow the water down and clean up. So we're gonna walk. It's one of our new dogs. This is Yin Yin. Yin Yin, hey. Okay, so going down. It's an overflow from the lake. Nice little long straight footpath or running path. After the overflow was constructed, the lake doesn't flood this area anymore, so we can start to think about planting along this. So terraces were built for the oil palm last time, so it's kind of challenging to figure it out. I think maybe we'll plant densely along the right side, near the coast, near the shore, leave some space for people, and then on this steep slope we might plant some nest at the bottom of the slope, just to arrest any erosion, and then maybe plant things that can climb up. So this whole area hopefully will be slowly rewilded, and then it will go up to the next step and the next step. Curious to see some aquatic plants with small yellow flowers that don't know what they are, but they seem to be alive. And there's a little damselfly resting on one of them. Don't know, let's see. There, right there. There's a damselfly there. Yeah, looks like some aquatic grass with yellow flowers. Beautiful day. Ying Ying is following us. Much safer with dogs around. So this is quite a nice look overview to the other side, which is also quite a steep slope. That's zone 0 behind. That's where we will, behind that hill, that's the highest point of the land. That's where we can actually see Panti. And then beyond that it slopes down, and that's where we will build our zone 0, all the workers accommodation and community kitchen and all that. So this is from the other shore. So again, the left side is really rewilding itself with ferns and some forest trees, some wild peppery looking vines, you know, sort of naturally trying to protect the slope already. So that's great. Palms here are quite young, so maybe it's good for shade. We can plant maybe like in between palms where there's a lot of light. We can create a small nest, maybe with like coconut trees or some leguminous trees, because the soil is quite bad here. Then we can prune some of these leaves, let more light in, and then we can decide later on whether we need to remove these palms. It feels like about 5 to 600 meters, 500 meters around the whole lake. You can see some of these forest trees are sort of reaching out. I think this is the one they use as to serve food sometimes. Can't remember the name. So this is where our earlier two boys, Rahman and Amirul, spotted apparently a clouded leopard when the Pulada people were doing jungle training, the army. So when there was firing in the jungle, this about 500 meters from us, about 1 kilometer from where we are here. And apparently they spotted a clouded leopard here. Not sure whether it will come back. She'll come back or he will come back. It's a little boat and our makeshift roof. It's been raining, so we're turning it around. So this is the shallower part of the lake. You can see there's a little, I guess you can call it beach or siltation. Some old dead trees when the lake was built. Clear look over to zone 0. Yeah. So that's the highest point of the land right there. Hopefully the water will change, it become better quality once we have more and more rewilding and less soil siltation. So this is a nice sort of, I guess you can call it a beach on the lake, and perhaps what we can do is we can build a little jetty and put the boat there, or paddle board or something. That's a little jetty to that old tree, and then eventually we can even connect all the way to the other side. It's not that, and then we can plant like grass and some palm trees or trees that can survive on this, now that it doesn't over flood anymore. That's the end of the lake, and over that hill is already Fochong, our neighbor. Very quiet. Okay, now the track goes up from here. Wonderful steps created by the boys the other day. So it's a bit of a nice trail. Oh, it's very cooling, just about to rain. Wow, look at this. Beautiful steps created using the wood to protect the slope. This is luxurious. Boys have been really amazing. Of course, with Imran's lead. Oh, there's a nice bird. Wow. Is that an eagle? A small eagle, baby eagle? Man. Wow. Let's see whether we can follow it. Yeah. Created this footpath. Saw it landing here. Looks like a baby eagle. I have to look at the video later. I don't know whether we managed to catch it. Anyway. So the track continues. This is where it's quite good. It's like rewilding itself. And this is from the other side of the lake. A beautiful, nice view. So maybe we can have like a tea house here or a rest area. From here we can also hear people coming in from the road above, the service entrance from Fochong. So maybe like above this steep platform we can have like a nice shady tea house where we can just relax and overlook the lake from here. Beautiful view. Going. Come on, Ying Ying. So the other day, Tofu came and spooked some jungle fowls here. It was quite funny. She has this knack of finding jungle fowls. Another nice view here. Potential rest area, sort of looking out. All this area will be reforested all the way to the top of the hill. So these kinds of areas we'll probably choose little pockets, clear them out, let the light in, and plant some forest trees together with some placentas, secondary trees. Yeah, like areas like this, we can definitely do a nest here, I can imagine, or 2 nests. So this is quite close to the access road. Again, all these areas can be reforested. Oh, looks like there's another path here that can go down to the lake but we have not really explored it yet. So right now it just goes up. It's a nice route into the sunlight. Lots of sunlight here on this face. So this is the zone 0 face of the lake. I think we're looking largely at a eastern facing slope, so good sunlight, hence lots of grass growing already. Light rain now. So lots of place to rewild on both sides here. So looking back at the lake, this whole area is quite nice and wild already. So maybe this area we can rewild. You can see the beach where everyone thought maybe we can do a jetty from there. You can see from here. And some trees are growing, forest trees, with the sunlight. Still quite a high part of the lake. So beyond that, you can see just further up, that's already the highest part in zone 0. So that's where we are. Just beyond that hill, we are building our zone 0. Open area, maybe even for relaxing later, next time. Well, some pitcher plants. Looking quite happy. Not far from the Pulada forest, so we have, I think, natural dispersers of seeds and birds, like that bird we saw. This used to be like a big eroding zone. It looks like that's where the water rushed in. So there's a little caved in part of the lake. So we might want to reforest this area really, so that the water doesn't rush down. You can see. You can see very clearly it's water rushing down and then going down this way and then creating this almost like waterfall like thing when it's heavy rain. So this is one area where we have to think about maybe diverting, swelling, or just heavy planting. Yeah. And coming back to the path. Facing the boat and the jetty. Extremely quiet. Nice bird song. The boys have planted some Lucania ferns around just to see. The soil is really hard because of the erosion, but if there's someone that can survive, is these Lucanias. Hopefully they can pioneer and improve the soil here before the rest of the more foresty trees arrive. You can see a lot of heavy erosion and steep slopes here that can be reforested. I think we bring in some fertility, and on this side of this hill we should be able to help with that. My mind is thinking maybe even we can put this piece implement, part of the implement on the side, and just do a tree line here. But we'll see whether we can fit the tractor in. Some more Leucaena being planted here. So this, you can see a lot of erosion, a lot of siltation here. You can see that's the siltation over the heavy rain period. But all in all, it's still a nice lake. Hopefully the color will change when less murky stuff goes in. More eroded slopes. So yeah, lots of hillside step kind of situations for nesting. I think all this we can decommission any of the roads there and just make it wild, put some organic matter on the slopes. Yeah. Very sunny, so good place to plant. Sunny means we also have to plant in a nest so that some of the more secondary and primary forest trees, they don't get too harsh situations. Nice open area here. Palms are somehow doing well, even submerged in water there. All the undercutting of the water, you can see, and a lot of the palm fruits have borne fruit, stopping the water a little bit. And then the boys planted a Leucaena right there. Beautiful spot for the Leucaena. Coming back already, another very heavily eroded area here, and that's the overflow that is always flowing into the stream. So that's where we might tap water for ponds and stuff like that further down the stream. So lots of planting here, creepy crawlers, forest trees, legumes, rain trees, falcaterias, flames, anything that can start holding the soil. Another little beach here from the erosion that we can rehabilitate, and then that's the overflow. That's back to this side of the lake. This is our crossing, starting to plant along the top of the slopes. You can see the overflow is flowing. Nice gentle flow. You can see some fishes. This planting happening already. And then that looks on to our first hectare, now covered in oil palm, pulverized. So back to our favorite spot on the lake. And this is one loop.